Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about project management errors and pitfalls, and this list is based on this excellent book, PMP Exam Preparation, which is developed by Rita Molkahe Learning Solution. Today it's 10th edition, and on page 502 there is a list of common mistakes which we are going to cover today. So the first common mistake is focusing primarily on asking for percentage complete. Okay, it's good to know what's the percentage of your project is delivered, is done, is complete right now, but it's not all. You have to rely on many other pieces of data, and asking the percentage without knowing the background is useless, especially for agile and hybrid projects where it's gonna be very problematic to estimate the percentage complete, because in order to estimate the percentage you have to know what is this 100% of your project right now. And with agile project it's a problem because you don't have the whole idea, the concept is not ready yet. So second common mistake, hold and go around the room status meeting. Have you ever been into the meetings where there are 50 people in the room, with 50 people in the room, and people start explaining what they've done during the last week? I've been to such meetings. It's horrible idea, because when the first person is speaking, the 50th is sleeping. When the 50th person is speaking, the first one is sleeping. Don't do that. Third one, spending most of your time micromanaging team members by constantly checking on them. The problem with micromanagement, it's you don't trust your people, and it's not very wise thing to do. The asking team members to cut 10% of their estimate, another mistake, which leads to unrealistic schedule. Cutting 10% will force your team members to increase their estimate in time and money next time by 10%, because they know you will cut 10% of their estimate. So it's a kind of spear and shield problem. And thinking a bar chart from scheduling software is a project management plan. It's not. Not attempting to obtain finalized requirements. If you do not have the list of requirements, if you have it in your mind, this is a straight way to disaster, because you have to put them in the organized manner in some kind of list. Not getting real resource commitment. So you were promised with some people, you did not get their approval, you did not confirm their availability, you don't know the calendar, resource calendars of your required resources. It's not a good thing. Next one, not having a rewards and recognition system. Without rewards and recognition, without some kind of KPI system, people do not know why they have to commit to your project instead of their work, especially in the matrix organization structure. Next one, not focusing on quality. Quality is a given thing. Quality is taken for granted. Usually people do not follow the procedures, do not have the business processes, and do not have auditing processes. It's not a good thing. Next one, not having a change control system. Basic Excel sheet with numbers of changes with some kind of order is a good thing, but best case scenario is to have a system It might be a SharePoint list, it might be a special software, but you have to have change control system in your projects. Not having management plans. There are 19 components of a good project management plan. You can find the list in PMBOK Guide 6th edition, or PMI has just published a new PMI standard guide, process guide, which covers all the details what good project management plan should consist of. Next one, not measuring against the project management plan. There are 3 baselines in the regular project management plan: scope, schedule, cost baseline, as well as performance measurement baseline. And if you do not measure against them, you're making a mistake. Okay, not spending time finding and eliminating root causes of problems and deviations. Usually when you just battle the consequences, the reasons will lead to another the same problems and mistakes very soon. So if you do not fight against the root cause, you do not follow the process of analyzing the problems, and there are 5-step algorithm of fixing the problem. First one is to evaluate the real reason of the problem. If you do not do that, the problem will repeat itself. Next one, not implementing corrective actions to keep the project in line with the project management plan. There are some projects where project management plan and real life is living separate lives. Your project management plan is signed from the beginning, and that's it. You do not change it. This is a mistake, because you do not always have perfect project management plan, but you always follow project management plan. If your plan is wrong, is false, you have to change it and still follow the plan. That's a good thing. Not reevaluating the accuracy and completeness of scope, schedule, or cost. Okay, there are 3 baselines, and if you do not reevaluate at least once in a while, if it's complete, if it still fits to the whole idea of the project, it's a straight way to disaster. Next one, not keeping the project management plan and project documents updated to reflect changes and revised information about the projects. The same as I have mentioned before. If you do not update your project management plan and project documents, it's a way to have problems with very simple things, simple steps. Following the project management processes will lead to less problems, less conflicts, and okay, it's kind of cumbersome and requires discipline, but it pays well. Next one, ignoring resource managers' responsibilities to manage ongoing business operations in addition to responding to project needs. Don't be egoistic, and your resources which you attract from department directors, from functional managers, linear managers, they have their duties on a regular basis. If you do not give them the time to work on their duties, if you constantly pressure them and prioritize your own projects regarding their projects, regarding their operational activities, it will lead to some conflicts. Next one, not realizing the project can affect the reputation of team members. If you do not care about your team members, they do not care about yourself, about your project. So let's leave them after the project a little bit better, a little bit more skilled, more professional, more trained, educated, and satisfied with their work. Next one. Not realizing the project manager has resource responsibilities. These can include responsibilities to the project teams, as well as responsibilities related to physical resources. Okay, you have, especially with construction projects, especially with big predictive projects, you have responsibilities in front of your physical and physical resources and people that you manage. And if you do not comply with their needs and responsibilities, you will have problems. Next one. Blaming unrealistic schedule on management instead of realizing that developing a realistic schedule is the project manager's responsibility. That's my favorite. If you blame your management for pushing you too hard, to giving you strict constraints, deadlines, unrealistic deadlines, and you follow them, you couldn't convince them that it's not realistic, it's your problem. Your duty as a project manager to convince them, to give you the time, to give you the resources, and after a while you will give them the realistic schedule, and they will have to either agree on that or give their some kind of thoughts and maybe increased budget, okay, some kind of actions to reach deadlines they are eager to have. So these are, I think that these are 23 common project management errors and pitfalls. I hope it was useful. I highly recommend you to read this book. It's full of relevant information, and as well as it's good for preparation for PMP exam certification. I will speak about PMP exam certification very soon, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.